So I've been hunting for a room for the past 2 weeks and I finally chose my poison. So it's between bed or the other bed because I didn't find something, the one that I'm really looking for. You know, the most important thing for me is to be close to transportation and to have a safe place because I don't want to be there and sit and be worried who lives there, who comes in there, and all that stuff. So I couldn't find both combined. So I found a place that was close to the somewhat walkable to the bus stop, and it was walking distance. So if you walk, it's about 10 minutes. But I thought, it's doable if I plan in advance and things. But the place wasn't that safe because he mentioned this is like a studio, but then it's not a completely studio, so they false advertise, and then there is an entryway from the house. So first I didn't think much of it, but later he said it's a family, but later I didn't see no people there. I saw just a woman coming in. And by the way, if you like this type of content, please put a like and subscribe to my channel. This will help the channel. But anyway, so what happens is I talked to the guy, and then later when I left the place, I started going and looking at his social media, and then I saw he's alone, like it's only himself, because if you have a wife or girlfriend and children, usually they post some pictures, so it was alone him, and then he had listed other bedrooms in the house. So then I started thinking, who's renting in there? I don't know. So the inside doors, usually they're hollow doors. Anybody can kick that door with a shoulder or So how do I know somebody is not gonna kick that door? How am I gonna have a war zone there, like a dispute? Like, I'm not moving in there for drama. I got enough drama, where I am with this old lady here. But anyhow, so that's the last thing I want to be, put myself in that bad situation. I mean, it could be they are decent people and they're angels from heaven and nothing's gonna go wrong. But why somebody take a risk? Why move the needle this way in the red zone while I can be in the green zone, be safe? Why I gotta put myself in a situation that somebody can harm me, and I gotta prove to it's gonna be like you see in the movies. You can say I'm paranoid. Like a friend of mine, he tells me, stop being paranoid, not everybody is bad. But you see on the news how craziness is happening lately. You see somebody who's normal, like there was somebody at the beach, this lady was walking and the guy was normal, he's quiet, and all of a sudden he pulled her in the water trying to drown her, and then he thought she drowned and he left. Next thing you know, it was on the news, and they caught the guy because I don't know how, because the lady, she came back, she told everybody. But not everybody's that lucky, so you can assume somebody is good and then it turned out to be bad. So anyhow, so I was saying that why put myself in a situation 50-50? Maybe they're nice people and they look nice so far and professional, but it could be the people that they're renting it to, the strangers. I don't know. I'm not doing background check on these people who's coming in and out. So there was a chance that it's gonna get crazy. Maybe not. Maybe it could, maybe not. But if I'm gonna have a sleepless night and be anxious, what's the point? So I asked him to refund me my money back, and then he did. Maybe because he knows I know his social media account. So he didn't want a bad review, which is good, because back in the day, people used to take your money and tell you, oh, I removed the ad. But the thing is, he didn't remove it because I was like kind of not so sure. I was still thinking. But then I did give him deposit so he can hold it for me. But in the end, he refunded the money back. So that was a done deal. Then I went to look at this room, and this lady, she's located far away from transportation, but then it's a lady, and she said she lived there and she has children, and it looks like it's normal because she had pictures in the living room of her family, you can tell that there is, there is a family she has. So I decided to go with this lady, even though I didn't leave a deposit. I wanted to look at one more place because this lady, she sounded okay and somewhat closer to the library and somewhat closer to transportation, but she sounded like she's an aide for the elderly. So I thought maybe she can help me get a job or something. So I went and looked at this place. And you never know, because sometimes people sound good on the phone, and then when you go look at the place, it's a total different story. So when I got there, she had a baby. The baby was crying. She had the TV blasting with, music or whatever, and the place wasn't clean, and it was all carpet. So I didn't like it, and I knew I wasted my time and Uber ride and my effort. So I thought, if I'm gonna keep wasting going back and forth, looking at places to find the perfect place, it's not gonna be there. I just need a shelter for now, and then when I get time, I gotta figure it out when to find a place if this doesn't work out. So, but then I went with this lady now, and I'm gonna be moving far away from transportation, but at least it's a safe place. I know it's a lady and she lives there. So anyhow, so I wanted to share this with you. You can't find what you're looking for when you want to. Eventually, when it's right, it will come along. But in the meantime, you have to adapt and adjust to this lifestyle, and to make the best of it while you're in this process. So yeah, I wanted to share this with you. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.